Good morning, everyone, and happy Monday. Happy start of the week and happy start of February. I guess 2020 Be Blessed Goal Month. I don't really know how to phrase that. I don't know. I've been kind of tongue tied on the wording and how I'm going to announce each new month, but it is February 3rd, I guess, today. The first started on Saturday, and if you watch my live, forgive me, y'all, also for my live because I really wasn't feeling well, so I feel like I didn't give enough into it as I should have. But on live, we talked about the close of January's goal, which was to be purposeful, and how important that is, and how impactful that is, in order to positively shape or negatively, depending on how it went for you, but how it's going to shape the rest of this year, the rest of the decade, and the rest of your life. And then moving forward this month, we are talking about stillness. Okay, so the goal for this month is to be still. And every week this month, we're going to break down a different aspect of stillness in order for us to really understand the importance of stillness, what that means, and why we should implement that into our everyday life. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started for today. As always, God is blessing us. He's always going to be blessing us. This week, we're going to talk about stillness. So the goal for the whole month is to be still. But this week, we're going to talk about stillness. And I think this is important because we are kind of right off the heels of our January month, which was to be purposeful. We kind of hit the ground running. We talked about our purpose. We did some goal setting. We talked about success. We talked about being intentional. We really created kind of like a picture or a map of how our life should be and how things should be structured. And with our goals, we identified some areas of growth, some areas of opportunity for ourselves, and where we could succeed in certain areas. And then we talked about being intentional, which was doing that all day, every day. So we kind of hit the ground running, but I think it's important to follow that month with stillness, because I feel like if you allow yourself to be bogged down by the situations of everyday life, and you don't take time to be still and really hear where God is telling you to go, or look at the direction as to which you are supposed to be in, or as to which you're supposed to go, even though you understand your purpose and you've identified goals and you know what success is and you're being intentional, I feel like you're lending yourself to burning yourself out. Like, you're just going to burn out faster, and you're going to have even more of those burnouts, and even maybe some bouts of depression or just extreme sadness, because you're doing so much, which is great. You're doing so much, but you're not taking time to focus on yourself and where God is telling you to go, or what God is telling you to do. So what is stillness? What does that mean? Stillness, or to be still, if you look it up on Google, it means that you are not moving or making a sound, or you're extremely calm. I read an article though, from, I can't remember the author's name, but he was saying that pretty much stillness, or another take at stillness, is when you're letting things go and you're fully trusting that things are going to work out for your good, or you're still enough so that you're listening to what the next move should be, or where the next step, or what next step you should take. So you're letting go and you're fully trusting. And when I say letting go, you're kind of letting go of your own desires and will, and fully trusting the desires and will of God, hopefully, of God, to guide and direct you into the area or the way that you're supposed to go in. So honestly, that's what we're going to focus on for the rest of this week. And on Wednesday, we'll talk about why stillness is important, or how to know if you're being still or not. Like, how do I know if I'm moving too fast, or if I'm moving too slow, or if I'm being still? Like, why do I need to be still? And then Friday, we'll talk about some practical application of stillness, and how we can live a life of stillness in the midst of our everyday life, which is more than likely not going to be still. So we're going to talk about those things Wednesday and Friday. This week, though, I want us to picture in our minds that we are at a spa. Okay, the entire week. Now, even though you're at a spa, even though that's going to be our mindset of just complete relaxation, again, don't put off the things that you have to do, or your priorities, or the goals that you have set. Do not put those things off, but put your mindset in a relaxed and a still and a calm mindset. And again, we'll talk about more of that on Wednesday, of how you know if you're in that state or not. But just try to do it for the next 2 days. On Wednesday, we'll recap and try to figure out if you actually did it or if you were just ignoring things. Because I found myself to be doing that too sometimes, and I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to be still and figure out the direction that God wants me to go in. And I start ignoring important things that, you know, jump in my face. So also another thing too, because this happened to me last night as I was preparing for this, once you declare that you're going to be still, or once you have it in your mind that you're going to be still, be prepared for things to try to get you out of whack. So last night I was preparing for this video, and I was talking about stillness. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm really excited about this month. Like I love the idea or the goal for this month. And so I wrote down everything for this video today. And then right after that, I got anxious for like crazy reasons. I was like, oh my gosh, like what am I going to do here? What am I going to do here? And most times I get anxious over like finances, which is crazy. But what am I going to do here? What am I going to do here? How am I going to spend this money? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, whoa, 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 whoa. You just talked about the importance of stillness. You just talked about, you know, how you should be listening to what God is telling you, or you should be fully trusting that God is going to take care of X, Y, and Z. And you are tripping, sis. You are tripping. So, so expect that you're going to be tested once you declare, like, okay, my mindset this week is going to be still. Like, I'm listening, I'm trusting, all that. Expect to be tested. Don't fall victim to the trap. Okay, do not fall victim to the trap. Continue to trust and continue to listen to where God is telling you to go. Okay, so that is our goal for the week, our goal for the month. That's what we're going to talk about today. Wednesday and Friday is to be still. Hope everyone has a great Monday. Hope everyone has a great Monday and a wonderful Tuesday. And I will talk to you guys again on Wednesday. Bye.